Today we're going to talk about a company that in 2019 had sales growth of nearly 150%. So far, year-to-date 2020, the stock price is up over 100%. Is this the start to a multi-year or even multi-decade run where the stock can go up thousands of percent, or is it set to crash? This is Daniel with Unrivaled Investing, your guide to finding exceptional companies and unrivaled investments. Today we're going to talk about the hypergrowth company Livongo Health. The ticker is LVGO. In full disclosure, I own stock in Livongo, and clients of Unrivaled Capital also own shares of Livongo. Please see the full disclaimer at the end of this video. So Livongo is growing at hyper speed, but what do they do? Livongo provides remote health monitoring to thousands of companies and hundreds of thousands of their employees. Livongo's primary business driver is from offering glucose monitoring solutions for members with diabetes and providing real-time health nudges or personalized insights. They've since grown to offer additional solutions for those with hypertension, weight management, and mental health challenges. There's a lot to process here, so let's break it down. What problem is Livongo trying to solve? There's millions of people living with chronic conditions in the United States, and over 30 million people have diabetes. The challenge is that the healthcare system is designed to help people with acute problems, like cancer, but doctors' offices aren't designed for weekly, let alone daily, monitoring for people with chronic conditions. This leaves people with chronic conditions in a gap where they don't get the continuous support they need and risk slipping into an unhealthy outcome where they need to have an expensive ER visit because their glucose levels dropped too low or spiked too high. So in short, the problem is that there are millions of people with chronic ailments that could benefit from remote monitoring and feedback. Let's see a video from Livongo.
The feedback has been very strong. A couple came to me and they said that we're both diabetics. I've been with Iron Mountain for 23 years, and I have to say that the Livongo program is the best thing the company has ever done for me to help me with my diabetes.
I like that the meter talks to me. It suggests when I need test strips. It asks me if I want test strips sent to me. It asks me if I want a Livongo member to contact me.
I can't say enough about the meter. I love the meter. With this program, it's hassle-free. Livongo does the work for you.
There were times in my life that I would not test my blood sugar because I didn't have test strips. I only had a few test strips and I had to ration them. Now it's not that way.
When I heard about the program and that there were the counselors that could help me, it was a lifesaver for me because here I had somebody I could contact at any time and who could help me make food planning decisions, help me with whatever I needed. It made my life so much better.
You have live people calling me to let me know when things are not right with my sugar, whether it's too low or whether it's too high, and what to do. That in itself just makes me feel safe.
The results have been overwhelmingly positive. There's been thanks at every turn for us affording them a program at no cost that will help them to manage their condition.
Livongo offers an element of freedom. I've had diabetes for 20 years and I've never had the ability to control it in the way that I do now.
Livongo is much more than a sophisticated meter. It's a program that can help you get to know you better, get to know your body, so that you can control your diabetes.
Wow, that's a moving video. You get the impression that members love Livongo's solutions, and that is corroborated by Livongo's high NPS score. NPS stands for Net Promoter Score, where customers that use a product are willing to recommend it to others. Members love Livongo because, number one, Livongo makes it easier for members to manage their diabetes and their supply logistics. 2, they provide critical health nudges that are guardrails to prevent members from getting ill. And 3, there's a community of health professionals available 24/7 for guidance and support. So Livongo fits the old adage where an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Livongo steps in where having an expensive, reactive healthcare system isn't nearly as good as having a preventative health nudge. So I understand why Livongo solutions are good for the employees or the members, but why are the employers willing to pay for it? The answer is pretty simple. Livongo offers healthier and happier employees. Livongo estimates that this translates into over $1,900 in gross medical savings per year for members with diabetes. Or as Lee Shapiro, Livongo's CFO, has called out, 99% of our clients have year one return on investment and exceeds the cost they pay for our solution. On average, they're generating 3x in the first year. 3x, that is, they're paying for our solution. In year 2 and 3, their returns have been going up. 100% of our clients have positive ROI in years 2 and 3 of being on our platform. So employers, and many of these are large employers that self-insure, pay less in healthcare costs, and if the employees are healthier, they're happier, resulting in lower employee churn, and probably take less sick time. This is a beautiful win-win-win dynamic, and all relationships need to have a win-win dynamic, because ultimately all relationships fall into two different camps. One is sustainable, and the other is unsustainable. If you have a dynamic that's win-lose, it's inherently unsustainable. With Livongo, the employees win because they have better medical care. The employers win because they save money on medical costs. Livongo wins by having a very strong business model and loyal customer base. And if Livongo grows, shareholders win. So we understand that the employees and the employers like Livongo, but how loyal are they? The answer is very loyal. Last year, nearly 95% of Livongo's clients stayed on from one year to the next. It's much easier to grow a business when you're building off of a sticky customer base. But this doesn't fully capture the really juicy economics of the business. In the last 2 years, their dollar-based net expansion from their existing customer base was over 110%. This is a beautiful metric, as it means their existing customers spent 10% more the following year, even when you include the clients that churned or left Livongo. Existing clients, i.e. the employers, spend more with Livongo because more of their employees sign up for Livongo. If you're enjoying this video or want to learn more about potential unrivaled investments, please hit that like or subscribe button. So far we've talked about Livongo's business and its underlying customers, but how is it faring so far during this pandemic? In the first quarter of 2020, Livongo reported incredible results. Their growth rate actually accelerated as the number of new members increased by 100%, from 164,000 new members in the first quarter of 2019 to 328,000 in the first quarter of 2020. When you see growth like this, it suggests that they not only have a strong value proposition, but that they're likely tapping into a much bigger opportunity. Is this hypergrowth sustainable in the years ahead? How big is the opportunity that Livongo is stepping into? Livongo has a huge opportunity in front of them. If you look at two of their segments, diabetes and hypertension, and look at the number of people with this chronic conditions multiplied by the rate Livongo charges per person per year, the opportunity is nearly $50 billion in revenue. Just capturing a small percentage of this market would result in literally thousands of % growth in the years ahead. But that's not all. Livongo Health is also expanding into other markets like weight management and behavioral health. Why is that important? By offering a full suite of solutions, it should differentiate them from other pure glucose monitoring companies. This should make it easier for them to sell their solutions. Or as Zane Burke, the CEO, said, as the number of employee health management programs continue to grow, large employers are increasingly challenged to organize and manage these programs for their employees. They want one partner to work with. This trend was already underway before COVID-19, but the pandemic accelerates it. We expect that larger, multi-product, well-capitalized organizations will have an increased advantage. This makes a lot of sense. If you run human resources for a major company, you'd rather have one counterparty that offers multiple solutions like mental health, weight, and diabetes than to have to coordinate with 3 different vendors. Or as one HR benefits director said, you don't get fired by buying Livongo. Ultimately, by offering more products, they're increasing their addressable market. So we've talked about Livongo's business, but do they have an unrivaled value proposition? And keep in mind, that's how I've named this channel, Unrivaled Investing. We are looking for companies with unrivaled value proposition. It's something that they offer, a company that offers quality, service, or price that you can't get elsewhere. UVP, Unrivaled Investing, all part of the same concept. Does Livongo have that unrivaled value proposition, or do they face very stiff competition? Here's my take. While there are several companies that offer solutions for diabetes or remote health monitoring, Livongo's efforts to expand their product lines to encompass a whole person perspective is really smart. This not only enables upselling opportunities, but it also sets them apart so that they are even more competitive in the marketplace. Second, by getting thousands of members onto their platform, they are slowly building a proprietary data set where they will know under what conditions a member with diabetes might get a helpful nudge, or when someone with behavioral health challenges would benefit from a phone consult. This proprietary data set will make it very hard for any new players to come in and unseat them, because they won't have the historic data insights to know when and under what circumstances they should intervene. So we've talked about many of the positives, but what are some of Livongo's key risks? While you'll want to go to their SEC filings to see a full list of Livongo's risks, there are a few key risks that stand out in my opinion. The first one is product concentration. At this point, over 80% of Livongo's revenue is from their diabetes solutions. Should this get disrupted somehow, let's say a magical cure-all pill for diabetes, it would crush Livongo. 2. Business model risk. Currently, many of Livongo's customers are large corporations where they're self-insuring for their own medical costs. In this model, Livongo is a net cost saver for their clients. If the insurance landscape were to change dramatically, like there were universal health insurance, and companies didn't have to self-insure and own that cost of health insurance, it might drastically change the demand for Livongo. Number 3, channel concentration. Livongo uses channel partners and resellers, like Express Scripts and CVS Pharmacy, to drive the majority of their sales. 2 partners alone represented over 50% of Livongo's revenue in 2019. If Livongo's partners were to get into the business of remote monitoring, it could impair Livongo's growth trajectory. Alright, we've talked about Livongo's business model. We've talked about their growth prospects, their value proposition, how big this company could be in the years ahead, their key risks. But we haven't talked about valuation. And in the last 3 months, from when this video is being made, the stock price is up over 130%. And by the time you watch the video, Livongo stock could be up another 100%, another 200%, or maybe it's down 80%. It is a volatile situation. That said, if you want to see what I'm doing personally as an investor in any given month, go to unrivaledinvesting.com to track my journey to see, did I buy Livongo this past month? Did I sell a little? If you like this video, and I sure hope you did, please hit that like button. And if you're interested in learning more about companies like Livongo or potential unrivaled investments, please subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much for watching.